Good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the internet world. Welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. This is the nighttime edition. It's a beautiful evening, and um, and right now I'm just taking a walk in the night air. It's real fresh, and I'm enjoying my freedom. And I have a question for you guys. For those of you who are brave enough to even join in, here's my question: are you free? Well, now is the era to be considering those words and the question itself, you know, because if you think you're free, you're not, you know. I mean, word on the street or or on the in this global uh, society that we're living in, there are a lot of forces out there that are trying to suppress information and even oppress individuals in order to maintain a status quo. And they know, the powers that be, they know that their time is short, as well as they know that there's a shift happening right now as we speak, right? What do I mean? Well, a shift, right? Well, let me put it to you like this. If you've been living under a rock somewhere, go ahead and Google what's going on with Burkina Faso, which is a country in Africa. And you look at you could call it what it is, you know, the general, the leader of that country. I'm going to call him the leader. I'm not going to call him what the Western media will call him, i.e. a dictator. I'm going to call him a leader. So the leader of that country is standing on business and protecting his country, right? And protecting his country's resources and saying no more, right? Saying no more, and telling the U.S. corporations or CEOs that you gotta leave. Matter of fact, they're in jail right now as we speak, right? The CEOs of the top gold mining companies. How about this? The CEOs of top gold mining companies are in prison. They are in prison right now. Yeah. On top of that, the IMF, through Donald Trump, has told the leader of Burkina Faso that he needs to hand over the gold in order to pay off this so-called debt. And his basically gave him the finger in that regard, right? Saying, whatever, that's not happening, right? So this is what happens when you realize, right, what your worth is. Yeah? When you realize your worth, And then when you realize what your assets are as well, and then you go ahead and you protect your assets, right? You protect your asset at all costs. That's got to be done. Well, I just want to take a segue into the financial structure of what's going on in terms of the old way of doing business with regarding finance is coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen. And a new way of doing business is upon us. A new way of doing business is upon us. And that is through Bitcoin. Yeah? Watch this. Because the leader of Burkina Faso stood up to the powers that be, China has approached the leader to say, hey, you could bypass the US dollar with our system and use the yuan, because they have a platform. If you check, if you've been following my channel, I've been promoting this, or not promoting it, but sharing this information. I've been sharing this information long time about how China has developed a trading platform for countries to bypass the US dollar, i.e. they could trade using the yuan, right? And we all know how that goes, right? But how they're doing it is that the leader of Burkina Faso will be in control of the gold throughout the entire step. So China is going to help Burkina Faso maintain control of the gold while being able to trade without the US dollar. And that's wonderful. How are you as an individual, not just a citizen of whatever country you're involved with, but as a global citizen, because we are children of the internet, the world is much, much smaller, right? And you have to ask yourself, how are you going to protect yourself against government currency? Because based on whatever currency, that determines what you can do, i.e. meaning the value of your currency. It determines what you can do, right? And right now, there's no currency, no fiat currency in this current world and plane has any value. It's all going to zero. It's all going to zero. And it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter whether you're in Bermuda. It doesn't matter whether you're in the Caribbean. It doesn't matter whether you're in the US, China, Russia, right? None of that matters. The only thing that matters is the main question. Do you have the asset? Yes or no? And if you don't, then, hey, you have to take what you could take. But leaving that aside, what we have in front of us is an opportunity to position ourselves for freedom, real freedom, with Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin does not belong to any nation. Bitcoin does not belong to any government. Bitcoin does not belong to any leader. Hence, in my view, it's the ultimate weapon. It's the ultimate weapon for defense and protection, to shield yourself against the tyranny of governments that would have you in the same position that you're in. They don't want you to elevate because they want to maintain the status quo. And I'm going to encourage you, if you're watching this channel, it's a reason why you're here. It's a reason why you're watching. Now's the time. I'm telling you, now is the time. The transition is taking place in real time, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have Bitcoin? Matter of fact, I don't even want to say Bitcoin, because when you say Bitcoin, that's even scaring people. You need to start stacking sats. That is the new terminology now. Get used to it. The mainstream media is not on this language. If you want to understand Bitcoin, you gotta understand the language. And I'm gonna give you the shortcut, the short version for the future of the language of Bitcoin. And number one, that is to learn about the Satoshis or sats, right? And Satoshis are fractions of a Bitcoin. And it's the Satoshis that you want to acquire and accumulate and save. This is what you want to do. If you want to be free, if you want to be mobile, right? If you want to be free, if you want to experience freedom, the key to that freedom in this future, on this plane, is to have Bitcoin and to have knowledge of cryptocurrency and blockchain. This is how we are going to be free in this world. I'm trying to help you guys. I really am. I'm not talking like this for myself. I'm trying to help you guys. Stack your sats. How do we stack sats? Well, the easiest way to stack sats is through BitHarvest. Set up your BitHarvest account. Get some Tether. And just start buying the BitBoosters. Set it and forget it. If you need some help, hit me up. Drop a line in the comments and I'll help you connect so that you can get your savings plan on autopilot as soon as possible. But if you already know what you're doing, so be it. If you're already savvy, tech savvy, hey, kudos to you. But however you get your sats, start stacking. Start stacking those sats immediately. However you get it. You don't have to get it from me. You don't have to get it through BitHarvest. You don't. I'm just showing you an easy way, because what I like about BitHarvest is that it takes all of the the complexity out of the transaction of the Bitcoin, right? Because what all you're doing is getting the asset, which is the BitBooster, and the BitBooster does all the work. Yeah. Once you have the BitBooster will do all of the work for you. And this is how we are moving in 2025 and beyond. This is how we're going to be moving. We're moving with freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom is the key. Freedom is the goal. Freedom is the reward. If you are not living for freedom or even fighting for it, why are you on this earth? Or maybe you don't know that you're enslaved. And hey, that's fine too, because at the end of the day, I need someone to take out my trash. It's one of those hard truths, you know? But that's needed, that's necessary, that's just what it is. Yeah? But hey, if you see the link, click on the BitHarvest link, start stacking your sats on autopilot, and prepare yourself for the financial tsunami, because Bitcoin is going to 10 million, and I'm not even saying it. I mean, what more? How much more receipts do you need, ladies and gentlemen? You have BlackRock basically telling you, no, not basically, literally telling you to allocate something. BlackRock's telling everybody to do it. They're not keeping it a secret. They're telling everybody, hey, go get Bitcoin. Bitcoin is digital gold. BlackRock, the CEO of BlackRock, has stated that Bitcoin is digital gold. What more do you want? At this point right now, if you're not getting Bitcoin, if you're not stacking sats, you're a moron. That's it. You're a moron. The scriptures will call you a fool. So that's it. You're a fool. That's all there is to it. If you're not stacking sats, you're a fool. And time will will show that. Because all the big heads, every investment firm, well, I shouldn't say every, but if the largest investment firm in the world is ringing the bell and on mainstream news telling the entire world to start stacking sats, and you don't, and when Bitcoin goes to 10 million, when Bitcoin goes to 10 million, guess who will still be smiling? Huh? Like I said, start stacking sats, or what I'm doing, I'm stacking up my boosters. I'm getting my BitBoosters and letting the boosters stack sats every day. So I'm stacking sats in my sleep anyway. In my sleep. It's beautiful. Every day I wake up to new sats. And when Bitcoin goes to 10 million, I will just be on a new level of freedom. Because as you can see, I'm enjoying the freedom that I've got right now. And Bitcoin is just at 100,000. It's so beautiful to be on the right side. It feels real good to be on the right side of the fence. You know, to be on the right side of a decision, transaction. You know, it's confident. But hey, I'm not gonna hold you guys up. Thanks for tuning in. You know, and I just want to say, if you feel the financial war becoming a bit much, remember, you heard it first from me. There is option. There is an option, as well as an opportunity to fight back and to protect yourself. And if you're not doing it, then hey, it's on you. It's your decision. It's your life. And I'm living mine. I'm living my life, and I'm enjoying it. So till we meet again, bless up. Peace.